pretty cool. All right, now we're ready. We got audio, we got video. I clapped so we can sync it. I also have no idea where the run is, where it's deep, where it's not. I'm essentially fishing blind right now. I'm ticking bottom a little bit, so shallow up a little bit here. That's got to be a little bit deeper over here, no? Howdy. Can you, I've never fished this river before, can you keep going right in through here? Or do you have to like go up and around the bridge? Go up. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be dicey. Right there? Yeah, I'm already pretty committed. Oh. Damn goat man. Well, I guess now would be as good a time as any to go over the rig that we got for today. What I'm running here is a bead. It's called orange creamsicle or orange sickle. And then behind that, I just have a little wide gap egg hook. And well, you'll be able to see that. A wide gap number 6 egg hook, about 2.5 fingers-ish. Above that is where we put the bead. I've got 6-pound leader. I've got maybe 3 feet of it. Got one little splitty down below it. And then we've just got some evenly spaced 1, 2, 3, 4 splitties above, 10-gram float. And then we've got 15-pound mainline fluoro, and we're running a Raven Helix and a Raven IM6 Steelheader. Show that one more time. That's the rig. It's the rig that we're using to not catch all these fish, but it works, I promise. Well guys, we're back. This river has not been good to me yet, but I know there's fish in here. We're running a little bit different setup. We're gonna start off bottom bouncing actually. Basically all we've done here is put a swivel, let the tag end of line off of our swivel, off of our leader, and just toss 3 splitties on there for now. We'll adjust that as the morning goes on. About 3 feet of 6-pound down to a little nuke fly that I tied. See how this goes, and we'll switch around between this and the center pin. I don't think this is enough weight at all. So obviously you've not done too well on this river, but what I have done is paid attention to what other guys are doing. And like this guy that was here when we walked up, everybody but me seems to be bottom bouncing. I seem to be the only guy fishing under a float. What that tells me is that this river might just be best fish that way. I probably have not fished a bottom bouncing rig for steelhead since I was 10, so this is all unfamiliar territory for me. Here we are, back at the picnic table. Hopefully camera can see okay. What time is it? 9:15. Got like 2 more hours to fish, so if I can just hold down this spot from here on out, I should be alright to at least hook something, I would think. Man, it's really hard to make a YouTube video when you're not catching fish. I have to imagine at some point in time we're gonna get a fight. I mean, I think. I do not have the answers right now. Alright, we tried. We failed again. That's alright, we'll get there. Gonna wrap it up for me for this one, at least for the river side of this. I have an idea for something that I might be able to supplement this video a little bit, make up for my my lack of ability to catch a fish. So let's see if I can't whip something up for you guys. Stay tuned, there's more to come following this being me leaving. Well, obviously a bit of a tough time there on the river. It's 2 trips, 9 hours, no bites. Do something here to add a little bit to the end of this video, try to make it a little bit interesting for you guys since there wasn't a whole lot going on through the majority of it. So these are some of my go-to flies, some of my favorite flies to tie, to fish. They work year-round. And the nice thing about these is I'm sure a lot of people already know how to do these. They're pretty common, but they're super easy. A couple minutes to tie up. You can tie them up in so many different colors. Their materials don't cost very much, so it's kind of limitless. Yeah, let's get right into it. So the materials that we've got here to start, we've got size 4 Gamakatsu hooks, and we've got a few different colors here. We've got some McFly foam. This stuff is awesome. You can stretch it out and it just pops right back in. It's got a lot of elasticity to it and it really holds its shape well. And then a little mixed bag of, this is just glow yarn. And you'll see where we use this. This is kind of going to be our nuke to our nuke fly here. So yeah. So first thing here, thread. This 136D 6/0 white. So we're just going to get it started up here on the eye, lock it in, maybe about halfway down, about even with the hook tip. And we're just going to give this a nice thick base because I want there to be a lot of thread for this McFly foam to really grab onto and hold. So we have a nice little thread base, and we're just going to leave it off right there just in front of the hook point. So now you're just going to grab your McFly foam. We'll start off with just a classic. This is a little peach. You don't need a whole lot of this. You can just take a little cut just about like that. So how I like to do mine is I'm just going to put one side on the left, and then I'm going to take one side on the right, and just kind of bury the hook shank in the middle. And you don't need a whole lot here, but we're going to go one and try to lay these threads right on top of each other. 2, keep this even. I'm going to give it a nice little pull here, not too much pressure, but you know, enough. I'm cinching it down. 3. I'm going to lift this all up and out of my way, and I'm going to bring this to the front, wrap a few times in front, and then bring it forward. You don't need a whole lot there. Now all you're going to do to create the body, the egg of this fly, just going to pull this tight, lift it up and away, get nice and close here, give it a snip, get in here nice and close, give it a snip. And now you can see that right away that it's just going to puff up into a nice little egg ball shape. So now what I'm going to do is grab some of my glow yarn here. And let's go with just a touch of green. So all I'm going to do here is just separate out a little bit of this. You know, this is probably plenty. I really probably don't even need that much. And it's going to come down here and snip it off. Now we're going to have something like this left. Basically all you're going to do is just take this, we're going to lay it down on the fly and kind of gauge about how big we want it. About the back of the hook shank there, so about the very end of the hook.
And I'm just going to lay this down and try to fold it all the way around, because when I loop this on or tie this on, I want it to kind of fully envelop the fly here. So bring it around in the same kind of concept as before, with that first wrap being nice and loose, and then just cinch it up, give it a couple of wraps here, and then if you want, you can just kind of invert this, pull it back. It'll give yourself a little bit of extra. I used quite a bit here, so I'm just going to go ahead and actually cut this right here, give it a little snip, and now we're basically just going to build up the head of this. Make sure you've got everything nice and wrapped in. And again, these don't take long. I mean, that's the gist of it. We're going to do a simple little whip finish here, which is just to loop it around twice, bring it over, cinch it down, cut my thread. If you really wanted to, you could do a touch of head cement, but in reality, that's the fly right there. That's everything. That's all there is to it. It's simple, and you can do this, as I said, in a variety of colors. So there's not really anything else to say about these. They're super everything that I just said. Easy, fast, and effective. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Old Stony, I owe you a huge thank you. A huge thank you for the shout out. All the support that I've received from everybody that's come over from Old Stony's channel, I really appreciate it. I'm really feeling the love, and it definitely motivates me to continue to make videos and continue filming and getting out there and doing what we all love doing so much. So thank you. I've got something in the works for you, Stony. I'm telling you, it's something cool. So stick around. It'll be showing up to you before too long, I promise. So like and subscribe, guys. Thank you again. And if you made it this far in the video, you're awesome. Thank you. Tight lines. Happy fishing.
Man, it's really hard to make a YouTube video when you're not catching fish. Man, goat man.